Evening, folks. How's it going? I just wanted to do a little quick review of the Leatherman Wave Plus. I got this a few months back. Stuff like this I don't really like to review out of the box kind of thing. I'll leave that for other people. So now that I've had this for a while, I go through a few things on it, some likes and dislikes. I'm not, I don't know, I'm not super impressed with it. I guess we'll start at this end here. I like this a lot. I've modified a few multi-tools to have full-size bit holders in the past. And this is pretty good. I like this quite a bit. What I did, instead of buying their set, which I may still do, but I just shaved down a little extension, and then I keep a full set of quarter-inch or whatever hex drive, whatever bits in there. And made my little notch for the detent or whatever, and it works pretty well. It's fairly strong. I like this a lot. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's cast, and I don't like that. You can see the cast marks on it, so that makes me think that it may be actually quite weak. I haven't put it to the test all that much. I probably should, but I don't want to break it. And we'll get to that in a little bit. Alright, can opener, for fuck's sakes, guys. Like, Swiss Army knife knows the way. There's no way they still hold the patent on that fucking thing. All these stupid pull can openers, I hate them, okay? I fucking hate these things. There's like a little stripper on there too, in the corner of it. That's okay, but honestly, if you're stripping wire, you shouldn't have it on a pointy thing, because that could get really ugly. So, moving on down the line. The finish on it's alright. Nothing, I don't mind that at all, but I'm kind of a rougher finish kind of a guy anyway, so. The sharpening stick, again, I've modified multi-tools to have this. It's kind of funny though, because I think I've given those multi-tools away before I ever actually thought about using them or something, or lost them. But anyways, my point being is that this is a little useless for any of this. And if you're kind of going light, which is why some guys go with a multi-tool. I know, like, when I first started getting into multi-tools, it was when I was a bike courier, and it was just a lightweight option. A lot of the bike tools are kind of multi-tool style, and then some of these other genres started coming out and whatnot. And I think maybe there might have been some other sports that were using kind of multi-tool type stuff, but my first multi-tool was called an Alien. It was a bike tool, and it worked really well. My first, besides a Swiss Army tool or a military type spoon knife thing. But anyways, so this the sharpener, I mean, if you're going light, this is not the one for you, because right away you've got this extra sharpener here, and I mean, it's useless for you if you don't have another knife to sharpen. Alright, so going along, the pliers are okay. I'm not sure what the point of having the replaceable bits are, because they're so soft that I wouldn't bother paying them for another set. Like, unless there's an upgrade that I don't know about, which is very possible because I haven't looked into it, then I think that's really underwhelming. Again, the pliers are a little underwhelming. I do like the tip on them. They're nice and thin. I've had to modify a lot of multi-tools to get the pliers thin enough to pull thorns. That's why you have pliers, is for thorns and fish hooks in your foot. I mean, there's lots of other reasons, but that's why you have those, is to pull shit out of your body. And most shit that you need pliers to pull out of your body, you're going to need a very fine tip. And these, I would say, actually get that right. And I've seen a lot of fine tips where they don't have any teeth right at the end. And these, again, get that right. So I'm pretty happy about that. But I mean, I could go and buy some fancy tiny little pair of pliers, keep it in my first aid kit, and be done with the rest of that. So it's not the only thing on the multi-tool, right? The serrated knife, It's good. I don't know. I don't really have any issues with it. I mean, I think for both knives, the metal is too soft. Overall, I don't know what they are. I suspect it's stainless, but the shape, the serrations, the thumb catch, um, I like it. It's good. The knife I also like, but again, too soft. I like the design on it. It's got a little bit of a recurve in there to it. I like it a lot. That's just one of my preferred blade shapes. And you get this really nice fine tip that you can do some work with if you need to. And yes, again, I mean on your body. So I like that. It's not quite a scalpel or anything, but I mean, I actually think you could probably get this to scalpel sharp. Problem being is that when you put it back in, you'll probably hit something and ruin that right away. Now, the saw, um, unlike the knife and the other knife, is too rigid. Needs to have a little bit of flex. I like the thickness on it. It's good thickness. It's not too thick, not too thin, but it needs to have a little bit more flex. Again, Swiss Army knife company, whatever, Victoria Knox, I guess these days, um, has the right metal for that. Their saws have just enough flex. Now, I've broken several Leathermans doing minor tasks compared to what I've used my Swiss Army knife over and over and over again. So I've actually sawed sheets of plywood in half quite a few times with my Swiss Army knife. And one day I tried that with my last Leatherman, and I got about a quarter of the way through before that. It overheats and it breaks, right? Because it's already got the tempering of a rigid tool, and it needs to have a little bit of flex, right? You have backing saws, but almost all your other saws have some flex to them, and there's a reason for that. Um, Once you get into saws that are rigid, that you start getting into a realm where like you've got to really be careful about heat and tempering and all that stuff. So I like the tooth pattern on this is great, and it comes very sharp. It's really nice, but the actual it's got to have more flex to that. It's got a little bit of flex there, but you can tell when you're cutting that it could, and I've had them break. So anyways, moving along, the locks, I can't see it on the other side, right? But the locks are, I don't know. I mean, I don't really like, I think this is a linear lock. I can't remember, but I don't really like that style. Um, and yeah, I don't know. It doesn't inspire confidence in me. That being said, it seems fairly strong. I don't really have any issues with it in that regard, so that's all right. And it's got like that little detent in there, so that's nice. So it's not just a springy piece of metal. Like they put a little bit of thought into it. I would have liked a little bit more to get onto to close it, but also you don't want too much, right? Because you don't want to have it closed by accident. So not really a complaint. I like these a lot. And there's some sort of a system in there where you can't normally undo one without undoing or while the other's open, this or that kind of thing. And also on some multi-tools there you can't open one if another one's open, like it's locked in place kind of thing. And on this one it's not a problem. Yeah, my hands are filthy. Hide that. Get my rod back. Been working all day. I got snowed out. I was in a t-shirt this afternoon, and there's like 3 or 4 inches of very cold snow out right now. So, anyways, the locking system I have no problems with. I like it. Um, it, yeah, no, I like it. It's good. It takes up a lot of room though, and it's heavy, right? So it's kind of different, but it's not bad. The scissors, I've never liked these type of scissors. This is, I've had it for a few months, but I've barely used these scissors. I tend to use this more like an awl than anything else, which leads me to the other point that there's no fucking awl on this multi-tool aside from this. Hello. But anyways, this, like, what the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? like that's a lot of space that could be used for something useful. And you already have this, so there we go. This is redundant, double redundant. Did I say it twice? Redundant? I don't like this at all. I mean, having this size of bit is really useful if you're a techie for sure. Most guys walk into Canadian Tire. This is kind of like around the hunting section and with the knives and the tools and this and that. So you get it and then you realize that, you know, you're never going to use this unless it had an awl or something. Maybe that should be a project. So I don't know. I would put this around a 6.5, maybe a 7. Oh, right. I almost forgot. The screwdriver, again, like 2 pieces that are already covered by a pretty decent piece. So I tried to unscrew something with this and it bent right away. Like I literally only tried to unscrew one thing with this driver and it bent right away. And I do appreciate having a nice big flat head on a piece, because you get that leverage, right? And you can use it for a pry bar, except you can't because I couldn't even unscrew one fucking screw. So how could you use it as a pry bar? So I tried to bend it back, thinking, well, this is really soft, and it broke. And it broke in a kind of a diagonal, so I just cut it and shaved it a little bit, and now I have another too soft piece of metal. So yeah, like I said, like somewhere between a 6 and a 7 on this one. It's just Leatherman is degraded insofar as their material quality, in my opinion, and also the thought being put into it could be definitely better played out. I mean, honestly, it's like me talking. You guys designing tools is like me talking. It's just it's hard to listen to, right? Like stuttering, forgetting shit, and double saying things, going off on tangents. Come on, guys. This is why I go in the woods. This is why I bring you in the woods. So would I recommend someone to get this? Well, not probably if I had something else. And let me just give you an example. Unfortunately, I can't do a review on it because it's at the bottom of a lake. By the way, my anchor now has magnets on it. So maybe one day I'll get it back. But for now, my Bear Grylls, I know, shut up, multi-tool has been one of the most reliable multi-tools I've had. I don't remember any parts breaking off of it, and I had it twice as long as my previous Leatherman. And I don't think I tried to saw any plywood with it, but I may have. My memory's kind of fucked these days, in case you can't tell. But it, like Leatherman, you're getting beat out by Bear Grylls. Like, what? Hello, not supposed to happen. If you are with Leatherman, you happen to watch this video, you know, made in America, I hope, is always, or, you know, even Canada would be nice, but I'll settle with America. Doesn't actually say on here. We'll pretend it is. It used to be. Oh, the ruler bit. I like that a lot. I don't think my previous Leatherman had that. I think my BG did, but I'm not entirely positive. Yeah, I usually have a little tiny magnet also that I keep on here, but it apparently got stuck on something and stayed there instead. But yeah, if you get like headphones and just pull the little center magnet out, usually they'll fit like in one of these little pockets somewhere. I think I had mine on the wood saw. And it's just nice to have a little magnet in case you know, drop a bit or something down a crack. You can always tie it on a string or do whatever. I don't know what else to add to this video. I'm just rambling because I'm bored. And it fucking snowed while I was trying to fix my boat. So, yeah. There you go. There's my somewhat weak review of a Leatherman Wave Plus. Let me know what you think. Oh, something a lot of people don't know about this. is it's got a little hanger inside the handle you have to pull out. Like, it doesn't fold out or anything, you have to pull it straight out. But you can also actually buy another hanger that sticks into some part of the blade. So it's a little confusing, because if you look up on Google how to tether or whatever, put a cord on a Leatherman, they come up with this thing you gotta buy. And then there's like one post on the internet, or maybe two posts on the internet from some old forums about how you can actually, there's one hidden away inside the handle, which is kind of neat. I thought, I kind of laughed at that. That being said, I had a couple ideas. There, like I said, there's a spot where you can stick another hanger in. And I had a couple ideas of what you could use that for, although I don't remember what they are right now. However, it's a spot where you could put another piece that's kind of like removable, right? So that's kind of neat. So it's not a failure, but it, there could have been a lot better work done on this. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you next time.